What's going on, YouTube world? This is your guy, Sealz the Man, and I want to start off this video with a story. It's something I always found interesting when it comes to the relationship between man and woman, especially in today's generation, and why it seems more complex than ever. So let me just start and tell you a little story. So when I was growing up, hanging out with friends and just learning about people, you know what I'm saying? I remember the first time I heard the B word get referred to a girlfriend of someone I knew. We were talking about his girlfriend and how he was so in love with his girl and he really liked her. But the weird thing about the conversation was that he kept referring to her as his B word, you know, B-I-T-C-H. And as I was listening, you know, I didn't say anything, but as I was listening, mind you, this was one of the first times I've heard it be used this much to a loved one. I was just so confused as to why he went straight to that word to represent his girlfriend, right? Because I'm thinking that type of word wouldn't be associated with something that you love or care about, that you sleep with, that you kiss. But as I've grown older since then, it has become a norm. That is tradition now, it seems like. It's almost culture. You turn on the TV, be this, be that. I'm more used to it now, but is that necessarily a good thing? So I've always wondered why people refer to their girlfriend, especially their men, refer to their girlfriends, their wives, their significant other as the B word, right? So I brought that up because today I want to talk about the weird and complex relationship between man and woman in today's generation. And the number one tragedy that is the catalyst and pivot in this relationship is respect, or should I say the lack of respect, and also the acceptance of it. Like, do y'all see the same things I'm seeing or hear the same things I'm hearing? Everywhere you go, everywhere you turn, the B word or any word that represents something vile or unfavorable, nasty, is attached to a significant person. And you might be thinking like, Sealz, you're being dramatic. But you're only saying that because that is the norm now. That is the cultural acceptance of disrespect, especially when it comes to men. Music videos have validated this. Social media has validated this. Music, literature, social media events, all these things have validated the use of this word to attach to your girlfriend. It still befuddles my mind. I'm flabbergasted. Yes, Sealz just pulled out flabbergasted. But in all seriousness, it's still crazy to me. It's been crazy to me when I was young, and it's still crazy to me now, and it's only getting worse. Shoot, I'm scared to bring a child to this world because I feel like by the time my child is that age, I don't know what's going to be accepted in this world. But I feel like one of the biggest reasons why there is so much animosity between man and women these days, so much toxicity between man and women these days, is because there is no respect. It is so simple. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. There is none of it. I mean, just sit down and think about this. There are people out here calling their woman a B word. There are women out here calling their man the N word. How does that make sense? Let's just break it down to the bare necessities and essentials of this matter. How does that make sense? I'm gonna validate what I think even more with this, right? Not only is there disrespect and there's a mass acceptance of disrespect to women and men for that matter, but these people pick and choose when to apply or recognize this disrespect. Now, this is what I mean. For the men out there who are calling their women their B's or a B, how would they feel if someone called their mother a B? Better yet, how would they feel if someone called their daughter a B word? They would be raged. They would be out of their mind. They would go crazy, but that's so crazy to me. Because how do you pick and choose when to recognize or apply disrespect? You out here calling women B words, but when your daughter or your mother is called a B word, you want to burn the world. How? Please explain this to me. Is there like a ranking of priority in the women in your lives? Like, is your daughter and mother at the top and your girlfriend's kind of like down here, mid-tier? I'm just trying to understand the psychology behind this thinking. Let's take it to another way I'm going to validate my thinking on this, right? So now there's a mass acceptance of disrespect. There's picking and choosing of when to recognize disrespect. But then there's also the third thing, a lack of common sense with this disrespect. Now, this is what I mean. You call your woman a B word. That means you think she's the B word, but you're laying with this B word. You know, there's a popular saying that you are what you eat. You are what you consume. You are what you put yourself around, right? So if we apply that saying to you men out there who are calling your women a B word, then what does that make you? Right. That makes you the same thing you are calling your woman, which is crazy to me, because since you have all this courage and so much to say, so much boastfulness to call your woman a B word, but you don't put that same energy when you're laying with that B word, because you are that B. Like, do you understand the psychology behind this? I don't think the most of the world does. And I'm still confused by it. You are equated to whatever you recognize your woman as. You are equal to whatever you believe your woman is. Because in a partnership, in a relationship, in a marriage, two becomes one. So you are whatever she is and vice versa. So if you outrighteously and loudly call your woman this in front of the public, in front of people, then you are just that. There is so much power in words. There is a disconnect in the relationship and in the chemistry between today's men and women. And respect and disrespect is the main cause of that. If there is not a concentrated effort into stopping this, into just switching the things you say and the ways you describe your loved ones, then this will never change. In fact, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to evolve. How can you accept disrespect to your lady? I will never understand that. And not only that, how can you pick and choose when to apply that disrespect to the important women in your life? You call your woman a B, but when someone calls your daughter a B, you want to kill them. And where is the common sense in disrespecting your woman? Until we solve these things, until we come to our senses and break down the norm, traditions, cultural standards nowadays, they're all crap. But until we break those down and realize how stupid it is, the relationship between man and women is always going to be toxic. It all starts with respect. We got to do better, y'all. Hopefully this video is a reminder to the whole world that disrespect will never be it. And your relationships to your women and your relationships to your men will never come to fruition if you don't respect the other person. If you don't respect your significant other, that's a huge sign that you don't respect yourself. Let's do better, people. This is your guy, Sealz the Man. I will see y'all on my next video. All right? Peace and blessings. Goodbye.